Shalom and welcome to Tov, the Jewish news channel. My name is Ruchi Avital, and we have with us today Rabbi Jonathan Feldman, who has joined us to talk about Jewish morality or ethics in war.
The Torah, the Talmud says if someone's coming to kill you, you get up and you kill them first. Basic self-defense. But we assert our right to defend ourselves against enemies who attack us. That's the most basic fundamental right. That's where it all starts. Now from there, obviously Judaism places human life in the highest value, and we're all created in the image of God, and human life has infinitesimal value. You can't barter one life against 100 even. However, with that said, so according to that, if one could incapacitate a person coming to kill you without having to kill them, shoot them in the legs, you would do so. But if you have any doubt that that might be less effective, then you don't have to.
And there's no doubt. So we know that there are laws in the Torah about besieging a city, right? You're supposed to warn them ahead of time, and if somebody wants to escape, you're supposed to allow them to escape. Am I right about that?
This is correct. However, Maimonides says explicitly, the conditions upon which you will give them a chance to escape are that they accept to be demilitarized, to be politically subjugated, and so it's not like you're saying, okay, we'll let our enemies escape with their arms and so that they can go regroup and attack us. They become, in the ancient world, they became what tantamount to subjugated. Today the equivalent would be complete demilitarization and complete political control over them.
Okay, so I have to ask you about the subject of humanitarian aid. Do we have, according to Jewish ethics and morality, do we have an obligation to provide sustenance to the enemy or to provide fuel to the enemy?
So there are competing values. There's the Torah values. There's what today is considered to be humanitarian or international law. Look, what's clear is that if that aid is going to the enemy fighters, then there'll be no obligation. If you can guarantee that it's going to civilians, not obligated, but I believe the Torah outlook to do would be to provide the civilians with the aid. Because as a Jewish people we have not had an army, we have not been empowered politically for 2,000 years, there's much less sources about it. However, there are some media sources, notably the Maral, who tells us that civilian casualties are to be minimized, and it's a very unfortunate part of war that civilians do die in the fighting. But if one needs to fight one's war, remember, the Torah would be that you allow people to escape if they will demilitarize. And then, by the way, it's very close to what the Geneva Convention is. You tell civilians to get out, to give the civilians a chance to escape, and after that you conduct your war. It's very unfortunate, but there are going to be civilian casualties, and the Maral says this is part of war, life is lost. If it would be the death of your soldier or an unfortunate casualty of civilians, it's pretty clear that you have to conduct the war the best way you can to win and to protect your soldiers.